Hello, everyone. Jesse Webb, Traders Pro. Market conditions remaining bullish in a bull market. Had another advance yesterday, a pretty significant advance off of NVIDIA's earnings, and that took momentum back to the upper end of that bullish trend and beginning the extreme range right here, and breadth just about back up into that trending zone, and sentiment is still sitting right here in this upper extended range. So working towards that extreme area again. Let's take a look at buy-sell ratio, which is still relatively muted at 1.18. Just not a lot of confirmation right here. Still that little tug of war, which is interesting to see. The S&P 500 moving so strongly, really all of the indices moving so strongly, and still not a lot of participation. We know the story is about mega caps right here, and NVIDIA and AI. That's really all of those things are pushing the markets higher. Meta, Facebook, Amazon, Google, NVIDIA. Those are all leading, pulling the market higher, and continue to be the current overall trend. If we take a look at some of the sectors, we did see a little bit of a shift here in a few of those sectors, but not much, about the same, but looking, solidly bullish across the board. And so we definitely have a nice bullish uptrend, continuation of that overall uptrend, and that's still the case. The issue right here is just whether or not it's getting a little bit tired in this overall trend, and the amount of participation is not there. That's just not, the price is still moving higher. That's still what we're focused on, but we have to be aware of the overall direction and location of the trend as well. Let's take a quick look here at oil, and seeing it had a decent day yesterday. You can see that resistance right around 756, and we'll see if it can break up above that level. As I mentioned in the last few days, as this is happening, keep an eye on that new buy list. You're going to start to see some of those oil names start to pop into that. You can also look for some of those names in the sectors tab. Go to the sector scan, and then under oil and energy, you can actually look for whatever industry you're focused on, or just click on that entire number and pull in some of the leaders of the group currently. Let's take a look at, let's see, did we look at S&P 500? We did. You can see a new trend here in this current 6-month time frame. Good solid gap higher, breakout, new high, all-time high, and still continuing this overall chug higher. Like I've said, we're towards the upper end of this range, and so we've got to just be cautious of a potential for any kind of a retracement. Now we've got another support area right here and another support area at the breakout point. So still continuing to just stair-step higher in this overall trend currently, and no real major cracks yet other than watching for that participation in sentiment. But in terms of price trend, just not seeing it at all yet. So really no need at this point to really be aggressively trying to top this market as well. That's a tough game to play. Let's take a look at a few stock ideas for the day. If we look at the new buy list, seeing GCT had a big move. It's been a big mover this last few months. Lots of volatility the other day. Had a halt. I'm not sure the entire story on that. Reversed and then gave another massive run up right here. Just a really volatile stock, but it does have a new buy signal and potential for some upside. And it's it's a stock that's got some momentum, obviously, and some buying from whatever that sell-off was back to the upside. One to keep an eye on, but certainly one that's going to be a volatile stock. Here, buyout stock there. CLS, let's take a look here. Nice confirmation bar, big volume, and pulling that support off of when we start to see some of these stocks. If we go back a day, and you've got this connection to the swing high, and you're inside of that momentum zone, this upper range right here, this 236 zone, connected from a swing high point to a swing low point. That's our support area, and typically in strong uptrend stocks will find some support inside this upper range, and in this case it did, and had some follow through from there as well. So nice looking pattern on CLS. Let's just glance through. Here's NVIDIA as well. NVIDIA had that big up day yesterday, which is just an amazing stock, amazing company right now. pretty fascinating what it's actually doing here. So go through some nice looking names here. You're seeing a lot of these tech and AI names. You're seeing Palantir, PLTR with some support right here. Also could be a good confirmation move getting set on Palantir. You've got AMD, which has also got a good confirmation, big volume. All of these, all these chip stocks, semiconductors having to do with AI is still a story, and you're definitely seeing a lot of interest still in that story. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day and a fantastic weekend.